In today's session, we'll be talking on the theory of logarithm. Log x raised to power m plus log y base m. Now this law is applicable when the base values are the same. If the base values are the same, this is equivalent to log base m of x times y. This becomes log xy base m. This is only possible when the base value or when the base is the same. Now moving ahead, so if we have log 3 base 2 plus log 8 base 2, this here is equivalent to log 3 times 8 all in base 2. This becomes log 24 base 2. Now, the only reason why this can come together is because their base is in base 2. However, if you now find a case where we have plus log 5 base 3, what do? You carry it down, plus log 5 base 3, then the answer becomes log 5 base 3. You cannot do anything extra to this. You cannot do anything extra to this because they have different bases, and their different bases will make you what? Attempt them separately. Just like when you have x plus y. X plus y cannot be combined because they are two different variables. So x plus y would always be x plus y. Your second law says that log of x base y minus log of let's say k base y, provided that what we have the same base, this is equivalent to log of y open bracket what x divided by, for instance, we have log 125 base 3 minus log 5 base 3. This is equal to log base 3 of what? 125 divided by 5. This becomes log what? 25 base 3. Moving ahead to the third law, which is what we'll call the power law. Now, what does our power law says? Our power law says log m raised to power k base n. This simply says that your power, which is k, is going to what? Come down here. If it comes down, this becomes k log m base n. So whenever this is raised to a power, it goes down here. So let's say we have log 125 base 3. This is equivalent to log 5 raised to power 3 base 3. What happens? Our power descends here to become what? 3 log 5 base 3. However, there are other cases. How about when the power is in the base? Let's give an instance. Log m n raised to power k. Would it be able to be sent it back? But in this time, or in this case, if we are sending this back, this comes as what? 1 over k log m base n. So if we have, for instance, we have log 3 base 25. This is equivalent to log 3 5 raised to power 2. Now our power law can occur here. So as our power law is occurring, this becomes what? We are sending this becomes 1 over 2 log 3 base 5. But if it's for the top number, it would not be 1 over. The reason why there's 1 over is to signify that the root is for the lower value. Is 1. Please, we cannot emphasize on this enough. Log of same power, same base is equal to 1. to show you how, we'll have to use the concept of indices. Now, let's say log of x base x, let's assume is equal to y. Now, for every indices, we can convert every logarithm to indices and every indices to logarithm. But in this case, we want to convert logarithm to indices. Therefore, this x here takes the value on the other side as power. Taking that value as power, this becomes x raised to power y. X raised to power y is equivalent to x raised to power 1. At this junction, we can now equate bases. If we equate bases, y is equal to 1. Another example, let's say log 5 base 5. Log 5 base 5, we assume it is equal to y. Therefore, converting this logarithm to its indices form, this picks this becomes 5 raised to power y is equal to 5 raised to power 1. Equating bases. If we equate bases, y is equal to 1. No matter any case, your answer would always be 1. For instance, let's say we have log 1000 base 1000. So let us assume it is equal to what? K. So converting it to its indices form, this becomes 1000 raised to power k is equal to 1000 raised to power 1. Therefore, what do you do? Equating bases. If we equate bases, what do we have? K is equal to 1. So it is safe to conclude that log of same power, same base would always give us 1. Please keep this at the back of your hands because we'll be needing it a lot for this logarithm theory. For the fifth, log of 1 to any base will always give us 0. Now let us prove that. So let's say we have log 1 base x, let's say this is equal to y. Now therefore this will convert to indices form. This becomes x raised to power y is equal to 1. Now recalling the law of indices, the zero law, that anything raised to power 0 is 1. Therefore, we can manipulate our 1 to give us anything in form of what? 0. So this becomes x raised to power y is the same as x raised to power 0. Anything raised to power 0 is 1. So x raised to power 0 is 1. Equating bases, y is equal to 0. Therefore, log y base x, log 1 base x is going to give us 0. Now let's pick another case. Log 1 base 5. So we assume this is equal to y. Converting this to indices, this becomes 5 raised to power y is equal to 1. Therefore, 5 raised to power y is the same as 5 raised to power 0. Equating bases, y is equal to 0. So, log of 1 to any base would always give us 0. Some people can ask, we have been converting from logarithm to indices. How do we now convert from indices back to logarithm? Let's say we have a case 5 raised to power y is equal to 1. How do we convert it back to logarithm? Simple. We take what? Log of both sides. You take log of here and you also take log of this place. Taking log of both sides, let's say we are taking it in natural base. Taking natural base, so we will not specify the base. So this becomes log 5 raised to power. Log 5 raised to power y is equal to log 1. Now what next? Power law happens here. So our y goes to the back to become y log 5 is equal to log 1. So at this junction, what do? We are dividing both sides by log 5. By log 5. So if we're dividing both sides by log 5 cancels log 5. We're left with what? Y is equal to log 1 all over log 5. Now, this takes us to our next law, the principle of change of base. The principle of change of base. Now, the principle of change of base is very, very easy. So let's say we have log m base n all over log k base n, provided that they are bounded by division and they have the same value. This would be log m base k. provided they are bounded by what? By division, and they have several bases. So in this case, we have here that what? Y is equal to log 1 divided by log 5. So we are solving our problem in natural log. When I said add log to both sides, it simply means that they are of log 10, log 10. So we apply the principle of change of base, and our principle of change of base, this becomes log 1 base 5. Therefore, y is equal to log 1 base 5. So what did we just do? We converted our logarithm, we converted our indices. We converted our indices from this point straight down to what? To logarithm. I want to explain the principle or the principle or concept of change of base. Now, as you've seen in this problem, log 16 base root 2 is equal to x. You're asked to find the value of x. So to deal with this, what value does 16 and root 2 have in common? 2. So let the change of base be what? 2. This becomes log 16 base 2 all over log root 2 base 2. Therefore, do not forget this is equal to x. So what do we do here? We can break this down to become 16 is the same thing as 2 raised to power 4 base 2 all over log root 2 is the same thing as 2 raised to power 1 over 2 base 2. So let's carry out our power law, because this is raised to power, this is raised to power. So we'll carry out our power law. Carrying out our power law, this becomes 4 log 2 base 2 divided by 1 over 2 log 2 base 2. I hope you recall that log of same power, same base is equal to 1. Same power, same base is equal to 1. So this is out, this is out. What are we left with? We are left with 4 divided by 1 over 2, which is the same as 4 times 2 over 1, which is what? 8. Now, since we got 8, if you understand the principle of power law, if you understand your power law properly, you might not need to use the change of base. Yes, I said it. If you understand your power law, there is no need for the change of base. Now let's look at this problem again. So this becomes log 2 raised to power 4, then your base is 2 raised to power 1 over 2 is equal to x. So let us send them to the back. So this becomes 4 divided by 1 over 2 log 2 base 2. What did I just do here? Look at this power and this power. Because I said if you have log m raised to power k base n, what do? Send this to the back to become k log m base n. We said that earlier as our law. Now, we are carrying that same law here. So you send the 4 to the back, divided by, I gave instance where when the power is in the base 2, it becomes 1 over. So we have this, then we have log 2 base 2. Recall that log of same power, same base is equal to 1. So we are left with 4 divided by 1 over 2. And this is equal to 4 multiplied by 2 over 1, which is equal to 8. Therefore, if you understand your concept properly, then you might be able, or you will be able to bypass the change of base. So in the next video, we'll be solving problems, taking different problems, dealing with them for your understanding.